to that, we'll get into that because another time. So, all right, Noop, what book can you recommend to our viewers?
A book that I think is key, and there's so many books, obviously, but one, that's near and dear to me, um, is Rich Dad Poor Dad, by Robert Kiyosaki. I like that book. Obviously, folks who are familiar with it may understand the underlying messages in the book. But the thing that I would say to those that have not read it but would be looking for a good read is that Robert Kiyosaki, as a young man growing up, he was, his biological father was a guy who earned money in a very conventional way. He's a big time professor. I think they were in Hawaii, and he learned a lot from his dad, who worked and was really a dignitary in the educational field in Hawaii. But then he had a good buddy. I think his best friend had a dad who owned a store there in Hawaii, sort of a convenience store. And he talks about in the book the lessons he learned from his dad, referred to inevitably as poor dad. And then his friend's dad that owned the store as rich dad. And he just talked about the thought processes that you go through as a young man and the approach to conventional income and other income. And he talks about a concept that's really important. And this is why I ask people to read the book. He talks about passive income. And that's really the key to wealth building, as you can understand, Brother Milz. Passive income would be income that is earned without you having to use your blood, sweat, and tears physically from a labor perspective. So you go to a job, you earn money, but you have to work and you have to be there to earn that money. Passive income would be if you own something and that income is being realized without you being there. So the combination of the two is really where the lesson lies. So that's why I like the book, and I think there's a lot to learn there.
Okay, so Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. You got any other one? I'll just add you any second one because I know you said it's a lot. So you don't have to throw out another one.
Yeah, well, one of my favorite books of all time, and I mean there's so many, but another book that I think people may like from a spiritual perspective is called Wholeness. And
Holiness.
No,
Holiness.
Whole, WHOLENESS.
Wholeness. Okay.
Wholeness.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, wholeness is it's got a more spiritual base to it, but it talks about just kind of knowing where you are in personal relationships and on the heaviest level, like from a mate type perspective, like when you meet the one that's for you, and if you don't know, that's probably not the one for you. It's heavy in that sense. You understand?
Well, I've read the Rich Dad